Podcast Network Asia.
You are listening to First Metro Securities Philippine Stock Market Weekly podcast, where we feature timely and relevant discussions on the Philippine stock market and the economy in the hope of providing you investing and trading guidance. Here's your host.
How's it going, investors? Hi, I'm Anjz, an equity research associate from FirstMetro Securities, where I cover the consumer sector. In this episode of Market Bites, let me share with you our latest company update on Robinsons Retail Holdings Inc., or RRHI, titled Capitalizing on Growth with Minimal Competition. We reiterate a buy call on RRHI with higher target price of 47 pesos. In this update, we have fine-tuned our estimates and rolled over the valuation base to FY25F. We emphasize the following investment positives that could support RRHI's share price rally well into next year. First, earnings are on an uptrend. We anticipate RRHI to benefit from a recovery in purchasing power owing to disinflation, as well as margin expansion with the return of supplier support. Additionally, the net positive carry from BPI dividends vis-a-vis financial interest expenses is a boost to earnings. We project RRHI will deliver 19% net earnings growth for FY25F and 16% for FY26F, excluding one-time gain from BPI Robinsons Bank merger booked in 1Q24. Second, we see limited impact from competitors. RRHI is less affected by store expansions of Dali and Alfamart due to different target markets. RRHI's strategic positioning caters to mid to high-income households, whereas Dali and Alfamart targets mid to low-income consumers. Third, on strong FCF generation. This supports sustained dividend payouts and/or share buybacks, thus enhancing the stock's ROE. We project RRHI can achieve 7.7% ROE in FY25F and 8.2% in FY26F, edging closer to pre-Rostan's acquisition ROE of 10%. RRHI's valuations remain attractive, trading at 8.8 times FY25 FPE as of September 25, 2024 closing price, or at near -2 standard deviation of historical mean. This is appealing given the improving ROE outlook and with RRHI's dividend yield higher than other listed retailers. RTP of 47 pesos implies a slight re-rating to 10.4 times FY25 FPE, undemanding and still below -1 standard deviation of mean. Again, that's a buy call for RRHI at 47 pesos target price. And that's it for this episode of Market Bites. Hope this has been helpful.
Thanks for listening to First Metro Securities Philippine Stock Market Weekly podcast. Don't forget to follow us to get first dibs on our new episodes. For more up-to-date market news and info, exclusive content, and the opportunity to connect with your fellow Filipino investors and traders, join facebook.com/groups/FirstMetroSec and be part of the First MetroSec family.
FirstMetroSec is providing this podcast as a general market commentary. Reference to any specific security, product, or entity do not constitute as an offer or a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any financial instruments or to participate in any particular trading strategy. The statements, comments, views, or opinions expressed by the hosts are subject to change without notice, and FirstMetroSec is under no obligation to update, amend, change, or correct any of the statements, comments, views, or opinions expressed. The statements, comments, views, and opinions expressed by the guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the view of FirstMetroSec. FirstMetroSec disclaims any liability arising from reliance on or reference to any information obtained in this podcast.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.